Good morning, good morning. I wanted to give you an update on what is going on at Bustan Shimon. The entire summer has passed, and I just wanted to let you know what's the progress, what succeeded, what survived, what didn't survive, what's the news. Come on, I'll give you the tour. First, if you can recall, we have these trees here, and we have a geranium there, and then we have more trees. These trees are doing well. We expect there to be more growth over the winter and next spring. So right now we're very happy they simply survived the summer. And if we actually had measured, they got a little taller over the summer. Not much, but a little bit. Now over here is, if I can remember properly, this is the achirotem. Now the achirotem seemed to struggle just a little bit. It didn't really get its leaves. However, once this main part died off, if you look carefully, it's starting to get leaves. Yay! This is why I don't give up on anything. These trees are doing well. That date tree is doing very well. Over here is doing well. Look at that, growing nicely. Now, if you can remember over here, we planted 8 fruit trees and 5 rose bushes. This is the disappointing part. Throughout the entire summer, we have had people uproot trees, uproot plants. I don't know why, but they did. And we would have to come through and replant and replant and replant. And then, once they stopped doing that, apparently it got too hot for them to come out and do it. Then the gardener came and took down all the weeds, and in the process also took down 5 of our fruit trees. That was gut-wrenching. But as you can see, we still have some trees left, and they are doing well. And the rose bushes are also doing well, except for one, which was doing beautifully until 2 weeks ago. I don't know what happened to it. So now, when you view this area from the street, you can actually see these new plants. Now let's continue down. Let's continue down here along the side. We planted these rosemary bushes. See that? These rosemary bushes. And they haven't really grown that much, although if we would have taken a measuring tape to it, you would see that there are actually a few centimeters added. So the growth is slow, and slow, but it's still there. These are doing beautifully. The Louisa and the sage are doing beautifully. Now again, we only water twice a week. These water lines that you see are part of the old irrigation system that is so full of holes, and we don't use it. We only use a regular hose, and we come out. My friend and I used to alternate. I would come out once a week, and she would come out once a week. And then when the gardener chopped down those weeds, she said, "Shoshana, I can't do this anymore." And what she meant was the watering. Of course, she's still gonna come help me with cleanup and do other things. She absolutely loves this place. She's not giving up on it. But after seeing all of her efforts for watering, it broke her heart, and I don't blame her. It broke mine too, but I'm not giving up on this. I'm just not. These irises are doing well. My guess is they're going to make it through the winter, and then they will start to spread and fill in this whole area. Look at the little guy on the rock over there. Over here, we had planted some things, and they're struggling. They're struggling. There's some geraniums. There's another plant struggling. The aloe vera is still alive, but struggling. The ruta is doing well. And yeah, you want to talk about luck. So there's a plant under that rock. That rock fell off that wall straight onto a plant that was doing well. But this will fill in, and all of these hardships that we've had this summer will dissolve into history. And at the end of the day, we will see something really, really lovely here. Let's see. Now, we had some thyme over here, and it's really struggling. And my opinion is that as long as we can make it through the summer, it will do fine. It's not dead yet. It's struggling. As you can see, it's still alive. It still has some green leaves. As long as it's not dead yet, I'm okay. And then, of course, we've got some rosemary over there and over there. And this, the wild marjoram, it struggled a little bit. And then, as you can see, it's coming back. So, like the heat of the summer this week, oh my goodness, was so hot. But this heat came with humidity, which means that it wasn't as bad for the plants as it felt for us. The worst time was July for these plants because it was dry and hot. And these are doing well, actually. So those will fill in nicely. Anything that has made it through the winter will gain strength over, anything that has made it through the summer will gain strength through the winter and do well. So I'm pleased with what has survived so far. And then there are more irises. These are the trees that we cleaned up. And then over here, yes, over here, we planted a lot of spices through here. And through here. But when the mechanical weeding came through, it just sliced through everything. All but 2 items. So, again, that was heartbreaking. And also, those weeds that had grown up, there weren't that many of them, but they did put enough around the trees, enough shade and enough protection, and also enough dew in the morning to help the trees. And then once the weeds had been taken away, then as you can see, it's very rocky, and it heated up throughout the day, and then it caused the trees to struggle. So I had no choice but to start to water the trees twice a week as well, which means more water spent. But okay, this is how we learn. So this is the end to the area that we're taking care of. You might think, but it doesn't look very different. No, it doesn't. Except that now you can actually see the trees. You couldn't see the trees before. Okay, the trees were totally covered over, like this one. You see how this is covered over with weeds and stuff? And it's interesting because we had cleared this tree as well, and then more weeds grew up over the summer. But this tree, for example, you can see this tree now. You couldn't see the tree before. And you could see this tree, which you couldn't see before. But on the whole, this is still a lovely area. Next summer, there are going to be more flowers. There will be more spices. A really, really beautiful, beautiful area. Anyway, this is the progress from the Bustan. Until next time.